The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to the January 22nd, the terrific Thursday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day, and let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. Now, the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I at just past 11 o'clock in the morning. I do want you to know I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But more important than that, and that's this, during this next 53 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to send me an email. Send it off to steve@tfnn.com. Inside that subject heading, please put radio show question. Now, if you're inside our Tiger's Den, and you should be, well, then any and every ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on Terrific Thursday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. So we got quite a rally going on. Of course, you and I knew to expect that. We had that spot VIX index trade below, close below, have a one-day rate of change below minus 10%. If we take a look at that screen out here, and we looked at this yesterday. All those green arrows show us instances where we have a spot VIX index that closed lower by minus 10%. That typically leads to an initiation to higher price, and it typically leads to new all-time highs. I expect and suspect that that's what we're going to see take place in the S&P 500. How can you say that, Stevie? Well, the easy answer is let's go take a look at the equal-weighted ETFs right now, because they're the ones that typically point the picture. And today we are at an inflection point. That inflection point is going to be the confirmation that we're headed higher in the S&P 500 or not. Now, there's a TD9 count pattern for the equal-weighted RSP. Let me just, in fact, expand out that screen so that's all that you and I are looking at. Here's the RSP. The RSP, by the way, has got an A to B equals CD pattern. It had a B point that formed on December the 12th with volume of 26 million shares. It was passed with 18 million shares, passed with 21 million shares, passed with 14. There we go. We got a volume day, but that TD9 count day is really the most important thing at this stage here. And that high is at 200.11. We are trading at 200.34. If we close above 200.11, the RSP will negate, this is the equal-weighted ETF for the S&P 500. This tells you about the gobs of market breadth that is out there. It'll negate that TD9 count top and tell us that it wants to go target that A to B equals CD price projection at 204.47 level. When we take a look at the RSP and right underneath it, the weighted index for the S&P 500, the SPYs, you can see we're not at new all-time highs out here. It does have an A to B equals CD pattern to the upside out there, but it's the equal weight that's really going to paint the picture. And right now it's suggesting to watch that 200.11 area. If we close above that, the S&P 500 is headed higher, likely to new all-time highs. If you look at the QQEW, the equal weighted is really struggling just as much as the weighted version. The weighted version and the equal weighted version negated its TD9 count top. So no topping pattern that we have in place at this moment in time for it. Price is trading with inside its profile. Support at 139.01. Resistance up, which is really basically its testing right now, is up at the 142.64 level. Close above that, we get back towards those highs out there. If you look at the Dow, the weighted version of the Dow performing slightly better than the equal weighted version. But it's the RSP, the one that you want to really pay attention to, and that number is 200.11. If we don't close above that, the TD9 count pattern will have held out there. What other conclusion could we draw? No other conclusion that I know of. So let's go ahead and close up these charts. Let's go back to let's go back to my black background charts. We'll pull those up here on our screen. So we took a look at the spot VIX index at one-day rate of change. One of the other tools that you and I use is the spot VIX index with regard to where it's trading in relationship to its 50-day exponential moving average. The 50-day right now printed at 1650. We are below that. We are trading right now at 1573. As long as price remains below that 50-day exponential moving average, guess what? It is provides an edge for the buyers out there. So you got an edge for the buyers on the spot VIX index, the initiation to higher price yesterday. If we take a look at the New York Stock Exchange, the advanced client oscillator, it remains in the hands of buyers out there because price is above, or that calculation is above its zero threshold level. We're printing out 109.93. We may be getting back to that plus 150 level. That's where we could see some type of short-term top, or we could get a signal with a close above plus 150 that we are headed to new all-time highs. Now, the New York Stock Exchange, you can see that it already is at a new all-time high. So let's go check in on the cash indices out here. Let's go see who else is busting through TD9 counts or any other topping patterns that we have out there. So here are the primary U.S. cash indices. The Dow over on the left-hand corner. Price right now, trade above that green oscillator and change line as long as it remains above that being, I'll give you the price point. That being 49,421, we're headed higher. The S&P is going to test resistance. That's its oscillator and change line at 69.34. You close above that, we're off to the races. The NASDAQ 100 is testing its oscillator and change line. That's priced at 25,529. Close above that, we're headed higher. The Russell 2000 negated its TD9 count topping pattern yesterday. No surprise that it's the stronger one rallying today. If we take a look at the SOX index, the SOX index negated its TD9 count top yesterday. Not a surprise that it, too, is rallying. If we take a look at the transports, they will negate their TD9 count top today with a close above 18,405.46. Looks like that's going to happen out there. And finally, if you look at the New York Stock Exchange, its threshold level, its TD9 count top, is priced out at 22,878.67. We're at 22,845.65. So all these TD9 count tops are failing, and they're failing rather quickly. And when they do fail like that, it tells you about strong upward momentum moves. The strongest upward momentum move, it's really shared by the Russell 2000 and the semiconductor index. There ain't going to be no market top without the semiconductor index generating a topping pattern. And right now, there is basically zero out there. Let's go back to that black background set of charts out there, see if there's anything else that I should share with you here. Let's get that up on our screen in a moment. I guess the only thing I can share with you, or another thing I should share with you, we talked about it at the 11 a.m. update. These black background screens are showing new profiles that are attempting to form inside of the ES Mini and the NQ out there. We use that information. I don't have that yet on the white background system. I won't have any confirmation of this profile till this evening. But right now you can see the ES Mini's got support at 68.58 in a sell zone between 69.69 and 70.14. In the NQ, it's more of an equally balanced, slightly bearishly structured out there. The bottom or the profiles at 25,127, that's support. Resistance at the 25,943 level. That's really all that's really all that I've got there to share with you. So let's do this. We come back to this break. We only have 3 requests thus far. I would love to hear from you. IBM, we'll look at that for Mohammed. The SOX ETF for Duncan Steve, as well as LRCX. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the Opening Call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Look at those Dow transports. No daily topping pattern, negated TD9 count top. It's got an A to B equals CD pattern on the weekly time frame out there. There is a wave number 7, but that needs a lower high. That can't occur until next Friday out there. You got that A to B equals CD pattern at 19,000 plus level. The monthly time frame chart will negate its Rhodes Momentum Indicator top at the end of the month with a close above 18,246.51 out there. 18,246.51. We're trading well above that right now. The transports have been in a long-term consolidation. They're busting through that consolidation. That gives us a longer-term view that the transports want to get up to that 23,680-ish type area out there. Strong like a bull. We put up the S&P 500. I continue to get those emails. Keep sending them if you want about the major market top that the indices are about to make out here. I can tell you that Stevie just doesn't see it. And those folks that send me those emails, I question whether or not you've gone back and really looked at the history to identify patterns that are associated with that. The patterns that are associated with bear markets, usually it's Rhodes Momentum Indicator tops, but it can also be a TD9 count or a sell the D point top. But there are tops that will be on every time frame. When I say every time, I'm referring to daily, weekly, and monthly. In the case of the monthly chart, we're in wave number 8, bar number 8, but that says that a top may not form for the next couple of months out there. We are also, we're not in wave number 7. I'm not going to go there. So no real topping pattern at this stage. Price remaining above that green oscillator and change line. Ain't no way there's going to be a major top. If we take a look at the S&P 500 out here, it needs a bearish reversal candle to generate a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. The daily time frame for the S&P 500, we've kind of covered that. The equal weighted is the one you're going to watch, and that's going to signal whether or not we're getting to new all-time highs. Right now, the resistance level for the cash indice for the S&P 500, that's at the 69.34 level. If we take a quick peek here at the NQ, this is for Nicholas, and then we'll get to the requests that have come in. We just simply take take a look at the what's going on from an intraday standpoint. First, daily wise, that's going to be the left-hand panel. It's about to populate. You can see price right up against a potential resistance level, Nicholas. And that's going to be that green oscillator and change line. I mean, it's sitting right on it, 25,667 basically, 666. So if we can close above that, if the NQ on a daily time frame can close above that, we haven't been above that level since January the 13th out there. That's going to increase the odds of a further rally. We look at the 5-hour time frame chart. That's already telling us it wants to move higher. The 240-minute chart, nice Rhodes momentum indicator bottom. Price dealing with resistance at the center of its profile, 25,694. A move above that, 25,825 becomes the number. The 120-minute time frame chart has a TD9 count top. And a price in the NQ is able to close above 25,707.25 on a 2-hour time frame. And the next 2-hour time frame is going to be, 12 noon and then 2 o'clock. But if we can close above 25,707.25, indicates that topping pattern says we get up to 25,891. I don't see a topping pattern on the 60-minute chart. 30-minute Rhodes momentum indicator top. Same thing on the 15-minute time frame chart. Each of these are rallying right now. So I think the key number here for the NQ, Nicholas, for the day is going to be that 2-hour TD9 count top. And that's, again, at the price point of 25,707.25. Let's go take a look at our first request. That came in from Mohammed yesterday. I didn't get that till well after the show. May have just been an ISP thing. So IBM, as we speak right now, she's trading out at 296.63. And Nicholas, Mr. Mohammed, that is, I'm getting both of you guys confused, my apology. On a daily basis, price is just simply trading and consolidating with inside its daily profile. And that's between the range of 293.20 to 307.90. I don't see anything else other than that. If you look at the weekly chart, which has that TD9 count top, you can see that sideways consolidation. Nothing there to suggest that we're going to do anything more. I would say if we have further downside action, it's going to require a close below and a move below the monthly oscillator and change line. That number, Mohammed, is 291.74 out there. So that's the number. Thanks also for your suggestion to take a shot of Kenalog, I believe it was. But it wasn't an allergy. It truly was a response that I was having yesterday. The guy, look, I still have a slight bit of congestion in that chest. That if we get that sun out here, I can burn that out. And but we had the wood floors being cleaned. Cool process, really. Wood floors they're a lot to maintain. In any event, it was the odor from the solution they were putting down there that just started seeping through my door because he was working on an area that was really just outside my office. In any event, but I appreciate the suggestion there. So that's what's going on with regard to IBM. Let's go take a look at the SOX ETF out here, SOXX, see what it is doing. The SOX negating its TD9 count topping pattern yesterday, the indices. So I assume we've got the same pattern here. We most certainly do. So this TD9 count top on a daily time frame, Duncan, is been negated. So that says it wants higher price. What's the weekly say? The weekly says we're in bar number 8. We're trading above all resistance level. It should go on to make higher highs. Maybe we get a TD9 count top in the next couple of weeks out here. The monthly time frame chart is in bar number 8. Is an A to B equals CD to the upside. Left-hand side of that C to D leg tells you about this was going to do more than a one-to-one move. It most certainly is. So, how do you play this? Look, there is still wave number 7 that I see on the daily time frame that needs a lower high. If we get that, then we likely get a couple of day pullback, anywhere between 2 to 4. I would say any price target to the downside might be the 339.79. I'm not saying that's what it's going to do now. I'm saying we're in wave number 7 that continues to extend itself as we make higher highs out there. But I'm not seeing anything negative when I take a look at the semiconductor index SOXX. So I hope that helps you out, Dunk. You also want to look at the LRCX. You're saying you've seen an analyst up their target from 160 to 180. Let's see if we can try to figure out what LRCX is headed to. Right now, on a daily basis, you could get a Rhodes momentum indicator top. In order for that to be accomplished, we just simply need a bearish reversal candle. At the moment, it is a bearish engulfing candle and a key reversal bar. So this says as long as we close one tick below the open, we will have a key reversal bar. Don't need any other bearish reversal candle to confirm a top. But what we do need out there, Dunk, is we need a close below that green oscillator and change line in order to gain any kind of downside action out there. And that green oscillator and change line, which we're testing, is right at the price point of 221.72. So if we get a close below that, the price target, you say, is LRCX to 180 from 160. We're trading at 222. Am I looking at the right thing for you? LR6, yeah. Anyway, let me just tell you what's going on here. I've shared with you what's going on in the daily time frame, so you know what to look for there. The weekly time frame, I got zip. I don't even really see. Well, the A to B equals CD pattern I see out here, or not anywhere near that price projection level, or else my eyes are lying to me. Which they do on occasion. But here is your A to B equals CD price projection there. That's got a price projection of 247 out here. Yeah, it is weird, but that's what they said. I think they were smoking something, Steve-O. So it's got a price projection 247, and just like we looked at with the SOXX, price on the left-hand side of that C to D leg, that tells you it does more than a 1-to-1. The monthly's in bar number 8, so maybe we get a top in the next couple of months out there. So watch the daily. You got the potential for 2 to 4 day retracement if you can get below, get a bearish reversal candle and close below that green oscillator and change line. We'll be right back.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Trader's Edge is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Welcome back, folks. Hector and Patty, those charts for the transport's incredible, right? You got that consolidation breakout that's taking place out there. So thanks for your kind note. Shot of tequila, that would definitely keep me warm out there. But I think we're in store for a good weekend, a nice warm weather weekend. So I've got golf planned for tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. Looking forward to that. I've got these every now and then tennis elbows that pop up, golf elbow, tennis elbow, both of them popped up at the same time. So it's been a real struggle the last couple of weeks, but I've been taking these peptides, which are kind of cool, BPC 157, and they've really helped me out just a tremendous amount. It's been great to see and experience. Anyway, let's get to Brent in Martinez, California. Brent's looking for a bottom inside of AI. And Brent, here's what I see. First of all, on the monthly time frame chart, we're in wave number 7. That is letter G. So that's going to need a higher low to confirm that pattern. Price is trading into its all-time swing point low out there. That formed back in December of 2022, and that had volume of 48 million shares. So far for the month, we are at 81 million shares. We closed inside that swing point last month with 125 million shares. You know the routine. Once you close inside a swing point with volume, you usually get down and test that swing point. So what we're looking for here is a test of 1016, gets below it, 1015 or below that, close back above 1016, do it on lighter volume. And on a monthly basis, that's 48,715,000 shares out there. I'm not going to go back on the daily time frame and open up the chart. I would suggest that you do that. Everybody do that that's looking to potentially take a long position inside of AI. You're looking for the daily to do the same thing, test and reject that swing point. The weekly to be able to do the same, test and reject that swing point. I'm not sure if I can. Well, let me see. If I open this up here, the problem with getting back that far is I've got to start adding a bunch of data, and I don't want to start messing up all the charts and everything. It'll take a while, but that's what I would do. See, on the daily time frame, Rhodes momentum indicator bottom signal, but no bullish reversal candle, and price rallying right up into its oscillator and change line. That's not a great thing. Now, if it can close above that being the oscillator and change line, that being $13 above that, then we could get a further rally, maybe another couple-day rally out there. No reason for that not to take place, but I think the A to B equals CD pattern. There's also a weekly A to B equals CD pattern that says we get down to $2 out there. And that's confirmed with volume as we take a look at it. I'm not in that camp that that's where we're going to head to. Not that we can't, because we most certainly can, but I think that first test with regard to AI is going to be a test of that swing low, and I'd start looking at the daily and the weekly time frame for rejections there, because the monthly is going to take too long to get that initial signal there. So again, you got to get a poke below 1016, back above it, then maybe AI then bottoms out there. Pretty wild, right? Nobody in this, well, I can't say nobody. There are a few shareholders, but not many. And when I say not many, I mean not many that are in a winning position here. Not many. Pretty wild. So that's what's going on with AI. Brent, good to hear from you. Thanks so much for the request out there. ELO would like to take a look at GDX. The GDX, this little rocket ship. GDX is not going to stop moving higher until gold stops moving higher. Why? Because those two are directionally correlated. I could have given you and sell the deep point top that had formed out here, ELO, yesterday because of that bearish engulfing candle. And even if we do get another reversal candle, or we don't even take that out, you'd still have a sell the deep point top. But the GDX ain't going nowhere until it can first close below that green oscillator and change line. So that's the first level of support, currently at 99.99, Agent 99 out there. Below that, then you've got the top of the profile at 98.42. Now, the weekly time frame chart says, hey, we have to be cautious out here. Why does it say that, Stevie? Because it's going to complete a TD9 count top on Friday, tomorrow. Now, would that be a sell signal? It could be, and price could pull back to 93.63 out there. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Don't know that it will, because we really have to check in on gold ELO because the two work, harmoniously out there. And the monthly time frame chart is right now negating a monthly TD9 count top. So unless we have a ginormous pullback inside of gold, which would then be a ginormous pullback inside of the GDX out there, the monthly says stay long, sit through the weekly potential retracement back to support out there, maybe even the daily too. But the GDX is muy bueno, strong out there. If we take a look at the gold contract, let's just put this up here, the February contract, see what we have going on, see what data I can pull out here. The monthly's not going to have a ton, but the weekly is one that we can take a look at. Where are we at there? You're getting bar number 9 this week, so it's off by week versus the GDX. This says that you might not, this could top out on a weekly basis between now and next Friday out there, but the daily says, I got some other news for you guys. No interest in topping out, as it negated its TD9 count top yesterday. If we take a look at gold, see how it's doing in the major currencies out there. Now, I saw something on my phone that said that Zelensky and Putin, maybe it's Putin, are going to get together somewhere in the United Arab Emirates. If we get some kind of geopolitical resolution out there, that's the issue, right? Because that's when the fat lady is going to sing out there, and it's going to be quite a tune to the downside. But we're at pretty close to new all-time highs today, and priced in yen, priced in Canadian loonie, priced in Swiss francs, priced in the Chinese yuan out there. So, you obviously, they're still not sold that that's going to result in anything. In terms of Middle Eastern currencies, we're a new all-time high in the Kuwaiti dinar, the Jordanian dinar. We're close on the Saudi rial. We are close on the Iraqi dinar, and not too far away on the Israeli shekel. So everything here, we're not seeing anything negative with regard to gold. That means we're not really seeing anything negative with regard to the GDX. So hope that helps you out. ELO, and again, it's got to be cautious, right? We got to be paying attention to the signals and that weekly that's out there. Now, the beauty on the GDX is if we close above that high, whatever this week's high is, it's going to negate that signal and tell you that we're going to continue to move even higher out there. Bob in Spokane would like to take a look at Dell. DELL is a ticker symbol, and I've got one of their computers here. It's worked pretty well, I have to admit. So we take a look at that Dell. It's got the potential for a bottom here. So we look at the weekly time frame chart. That's what I'm focused on first, Bob, is you've got price that has pulled back to test and so far has rejected that breakout level. That was 111 even, Steven. Maybe you're going to get a bullish hammer candle. Not that that's going to confirm any kind of pattern, but getting back to your breakout level and holding that can be a bottom. Turns out the monthly time frame chart has pulled back to test and so far reject the bottom of its monthly profile. That's at 114.68. So those are two candidates inside of Dell for a bottom pattern. We come back from this break. Let's take a look at the daily time frame chart. Needs a bit of help out here. Let's take a look at its parameters and what we need to see in order to form a bottom pattern inside of DELL. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstad's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstad releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Welcome back, folks. So when the market opened up on Tuesday, we had that big gap to the downside, and Dell was a part of that gap to the downside. And what it did, so the volume on Tuesday for Dell to the downside was 11.6 million shares, and it was taking out its B point of an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. That had volume of 8.4 million shares on November 21st. So Dell has an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside for its daily time frame. That's got a price projection of about $90 or so. It has a Rhodes momentum indicator signal that's present. If we were to generate a bullish reversal candle, I would get rid of the A to B equals CD pattern because we would have then had a bottom. We don't have a bullish reversal candle, not just yet. And what price is doing, it's rallying right up into resistance. And that first level of resistance is going to be the bottom of its daily profile, 116.43. We are trading literally at 116.43. Gotta love that. Okay, if price can clear that, that means close above it, then we should see a move to 124.63. And if price can close above that, we could see a move to 131.19. Now, I just said there's an A to B equals CD pattern on the downside. There is. We have to take a look at both sides of the trade here. We've already taken a look at the weekly and the monthly charts out there. They have given us a different message than the daily, perhaps because they have already found support, bottom of the monthly profile. Weekly TD9 count breakout level. So what we do know is if we close below 111, well, then this A to B equals CD pattern that we have identified or the Dell's actually formed out there is likely to come to fruition, and we're likely to get down to the 90 area out there. So right now, you just got to rally heading up into resistance out there. So I do hope that helps you out with regard to Dell. And thanks, as always, for your request. Dan, inside the Tiger's Den, would like to look at PDYN. Let's get its charts up on our screen out here, see what this is doing, what this is trading at. Looks like about $7.23 right now. It has a TD9 count top that is under attack. That TD9 count top on its daily time frame formed on January the 13th. Volume, 9.3 million shares. We're trading inside that swing point with 1.7 million shares, so much lighter volume. Nonetheless, we're above resistance. As long as we remain above that, price may go target the top, which is 765. The weekly time frame chart has a nice TD9 count bottom, is trading above its oscillator and change line, a trade above the center of its bullish structured profile, very likely likely to go target 917. On a monthly time frame, price is inside its profile. Its next battle is going to be $8.10. So you got a battle at 810, and you've got another one at 765. Those are your battle ground areas out there. And if you can close above those, you will head to higher price. That is PDYN, Dan. Hope that gave you the information that you were looking for there. And thank you, as always, for your request. McGuppy would like to take a look at ticker symbol APP out here, APP. Let's go see what this thing is doing, where this is trading at. Looks all the way down at the 523.80 level. McGuppy, just an updated view outlook on APP. Okay, so the monthly time frame chart right now has a bearish engulfing candle that would confirm a Rhodes momentum indicator top. Price is also trading below its green oscillator and change line, 541.37. If we close the month below 541 and change out there, whatever that oscillator and change line number is, that is going to suggest we head back to the 255, 364 longer term. What happens if price holds that month on that green oscillator and change line? Well, you still have a Rhodes momentum indicator top, but a key level of support will have held. Now, when we look at the weekly time frame chart, we can see a Rhodes momentum indicator top that has really led to a sideways consolidation. Price is down towards the bottom of that consolidation and also towards the bottom of its profile. 514.17 is the number there, McGuppy. If price closes below 514.17, we could head down to the 342 level. Price is testing a swing point on a weekly basis from November 21st. That swing had 22 million shares. So far for the week, we're at 19 million shares, and we're 1 day short. So this is pushing into that swing point with volume. Nonetheless, you have support, profile support at 514.17. But if you do get below that, it goes without saying you'll get down to test that swing point, or should most certainly, and that is at the 489.30 level. On a daily time frame, the daily time frame does not show me any kind of a bottoming pattern. I do see an A to B equals CD pattern that has formed. Let's go take a look at it, see what its price projection is. There's our A to B point. I'm just simply going to move this over to the C point to see where that 1-to-1 gets us to. 1-to-1 gets us to where we're at basically right now. So that says what APP needs, McGuppy, is a bullish reversal candle. Perhaps it'll get it because price is pulled back and it is finding support at its breakout level, 523 even Steven. If price closes below that, well, we're inside its TD9 count swing point from November 21st that had a volume of 6 million shares. Today, volume is 3 million shares. You're pushing into that swing point with volume. A close below 523 is going to suggest that APP gets down and at least tests the 489.30 level. So the daily A to B equals CD, holding support, the weekly holding support, the monthly too early to say whether that oscillator and change line is going to hold or not. Watch the daily close. Your concern, even if 523 holds, is that you're pushing into that swing point with volume. And if you close below 529.98, odds are favoring a test of that low. So I hope that made sense to you and there was no confusion. And if there is, let me know and we'll try to unconfuse you. But that is what we see with regard to APP. Ron in Denver wants to take a look at FNGS. I believe this is an international stock. And if that's the case, I was just looking to see if there's a ton of gaps out there. If there are, we can't really use the gaps because it's a currency translation issue. But I don't actually know what FNGS is. But here's what I will share with you. You're looking to go long. You're looking for a bottom. So the first thing is you can see the A to B, C to D. We're beyond the 1-to-1 level. A bullish reversal candle on a daily time frame would form a buy the D point pattern. That's what you are looking at for there, Ron. Short of that, we're trading below its red oscillator and change line. We are trading below profile support at 67.05. Both those two things are negative. What's holding it? Why did price stop where it did? When we look at the weekly chart, we have that answer. The weekly has a weekly Rhodes momentum indicator top with price finding support, perhaps, at its breakout level, 64.07. The actual low for the week is at 64.11. Gotta love it. So that area has held. maybe we're just going to rally up into the oscillator and change line at 66.34-ish or so and then start headed lower. But if 64.07 loses, and this is bar number 7, maybe what that's telling us is this might go on to form a weekly TD9 count bottom. On the monthly time frame chart, I've got no top. I just have price trading with inside his profile. And support is at 58.33. Resistance up in the 72.42 number out there. That is FNGS. So you're looking for an entry point, and you can't. The very first instance for you to be able to look at that right now would be with a daily bullish reversal candle. Short of that, price is likely to continue to head lower. So I believe I've gotten through all of the requests out there. See if there's anything else. ALAB. Let's get that one out here. ALAB. This is for, where'd that go? From Duncan Steve. Came down from its September 260 to the 175 level. So ALAB is struggling on a daily basis, Steve-O, at 184 even Steven. That is its TD9 count breakdown resistance level. It's got support at its oscillator and change line, so we're in kind of a narrow band out there on the daily time frame. Weekly time frame, I just see sideways consolidation. Price needs to close above 181.37 to really rally out there. In the monthly time frame chart, just a consolidation with inside its profile as well. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Welcome back, folks. Texas Tom wants to know, are we in uncharted territory when it comes to silver. Well, I got the silver chart, so we can chart silver. And here's what it's telling us. We got the continuous contract for the monthly time frame up on our screen. That's the very right-hand panel. That went ahead and completed a TD9 count top last month. It closed above that high, which we're going to do, is 82.67. Negates that signal. Does it the very next month. Tells you about a strong upward momentum move. Move is not over. It's not uncharted. It's telling us it wants to rally higher. The weekly time frame chart completed a TD9 count top the week of December 26th. That led to a 1 week pullback, and then we're off to the races. That pattern was negated last week. No topping signal there. Not in uncharted territory. The charts are telling us it wants higher price. And now we've got the daily time frame, which negated its TD9 count top. It did that on the trading day just 2 days ago on January 20th. If we were to get a bearish reversal candle, we would confirm a Rhodes momentum indicator top. But what silver's telling us is that it wants to continue to move higher. Are we in uncharted territory? Not the way that I see it. Let's go take a look at FIG. This is for, I got to change that back. This is for SAT-P. Give me a moment here. In order to be able to show you a silver chart properly, I had to go to that continuous contract. So I had to change one thing. But if we take a look at FIG on a daily time frame, I don't see a bottom pattern there. So far, bar number 7 is a low. Maybe you get a TD9 count. You got to get below yesterday's low. You got to do that today, tomorrow, or on Monday. The weekly time frame chart's got no bottom pattern. Needs a bullish reversal candle. So FIG, basically, no one's in a winning position here. I don't see buying any shares at this moment in time. Lastly, you want to take a look at HIMS, HIMS out here, trading out at 29.22. It will form a TD9 count bottom pattern today, complete that pattern tomorrow. You need to see a close above 29.92 to get any upside traction. That'll run into resist at 31.23 out there. You get above that, and now you've got some upside traction. The weekly says, I don't see a bottom, not just yet. And the monthly says the same thing. So weekly and monthly are saying lower price. Folks, stay tuned for all the great programming. I'll see you tomorrow on Fantastic Friday. But in the meantime, please have a terrific Thursday. Take care and be safe out there.